And we are here. Please excuse the lighting. The lighting at this particular spot is not the best. But yeah, for the next few days or so, we're going to be exploring the dry tropical forests of this part of Mexico in Sonora. And hopefully we'll see a lot of cool wildlife. So right here, we have a Boas sigma, the West Coast boa right here. Look at this animal. Found this one on the crawl. Look at this. This one is likely a subadult, and these things can get over 6 feet long. So this snake is already like, let's see, for sure like at least 4 feet minimum. Look at that, dude. Awesome. Look at this animal. What a cool find. Wow. So this one is a good, at least, if you would extend. This one's probably minimum 4 feet for sure. Maybe even like 4.5. I'm not entirely sure. It's so hard to gauge this snake size. What an incredible animal. These guys will eat a variety of prey items. They'll eat reptiles, such as birds and large lizards. They'll eat mammals, like bats and rodents. Super cool find. And this, honestly, now I'm thinking this could genuinely be like an adult. I have heard that the adult males might be smaller. I'll put a text box if I'm wrong, but regardless, very cool find. Look at that iridescence too. Wow, look at that. So cool. All right, we're gonna start road cruising soon, but yeah, very cool find. Let's check this out. We have some wasp nests. That one right there, and that one right there. Not entirely sure the species. If I hopefully I figure the exact species and I'll put that on the screen. They're pretty cool. Oh, we found the water right here. I didn't know there was a path to it, but there is actually. So let's see if we can find anything here. Okay, next find these toads I keep seeing everywhere. I'll figure out the species later, but yeah, not the coolest thing ever, but still pretty cool. All right, let's keep going. Oh, yeah, bro, chill out. Look at that, incredible. Very sizable toad. Yeah, we're gonna let this one go soon, but check that out. Awesome. Okay, next finds these giant Mexican tree frogs. Look at that. If you guys didn't know, these are actually in the same family as the famous red-eyed tree frog, which you guys may or may not know about. Yeah, look at that. What an awesome animal. All right, next find in this little ditch, these big beetles right here. These big, I believe it's some sort of water beetle. Super cool. Put some back. There you go. Oh, and the frog is right there. This right here is a Mexican longnose. Looks a lot more like a regular longnose, but this is supposed to be Mexican longnose. Very cool. Not a very large one. All right, next species, we have this tarantula over here. Pretty decent sized one. Look at that. Whoa. Oh, that's so cool. Whoa, that's cool. All right, another find. This time we're driving back to a spot we already visited, and we saw this giant Mexican tree frog on that wall right there. So yeah, I'll put him back. Very cool. There you go. Awesome. Look how big these are too. What a cool animal. Okay, it is the next morning out. We were driving along this road and I saw something on this wall right here. Check this out. I believe this is a spiny-tailed iguana of sorts, a Tenostoria species. I'll have to double check, but look at this. Nice first animal of the day. Decently sized one. I don't think this one is an adult, but pretty cool. Look at that. Awesome. Look at the face on that. It has a pretty decently sized head, so definitely don't want to get bit. And look at that spiny tail. Alright, one last look at this awesome creature. This awesome lepetosaur, and put them back. Oh, there I go. Carrot right there. Look at that. Dang. Look at all the butterflies. Alright, next species caught. I'm pretty sure this is a Calfornia species. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I found on that rock right there. Caught by someone else. Let me put this one back. Oh, there you go. Cool. Well, I saw some ray fin fish swimming right there, and I think we have one of them right here. Check this out. Stay still. I don't know what species of fish this ray fin fish this is exactly. I was thinking maybe some species of cichlid, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll put this one back. But yeah, look at that patterning. All right, see ya. Dude, sweat is dripping down my face. Oh my gosh. All right, once more, got another species of a ray fin fish. Not entirely sure. Finally caught some ray fin fish. It's been all lobe fin fish this entire time so far, but check it out. I don't know what species this is exactly, but I mean, it looks kind of cool. Looks a little molly-ish, but yeah. All right, stay still. Stop riding yourself over. But yeah, check that out. Yeah, actually, I don't know what species this is. I'm not entirely familiar with ray fin fish, at least not here, so we'll put this one back. I also managed to catch some of the butterflies that are flying around here. Check out this one. Cool little wings. They're pretty cool. All right, let's let them go. All right, let's keep searching. All right, next find this Calfornia species in our spiny lizard. Oh shoot, let me hide my pinky. Yeah, he bit my finger, so I don't want to be demonetized. But yeah, look at that, big one. Yeah, all right, we'll let this one go. Yeah, decent sized one, spotted by someone else. All right, next find, we had this pretty cool looking, I believe this is a predatory katydid species, a Neobretta species maybe. I did a little bit of research on the katydids here, but yeah, look at that. Look at those jaws. Ouch. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty sharp. I don't want to draw blood, but look at that. Okay, I was walking along these rocks right here. You're gonna see what I'm about to show. Big spiders. Check this out. I don't know what species of spider this is. Like almost like a flatty wall spider, but I know these are not. Some sort of semi-aquatic spider, but yeah, look at the size of these. Wow. Pretty cool. Sounds like kind of playing dead too. Oh, never mind. But yeah, pretty cool. I was taking a little rest and there's this caterpillar right here. Look at that. Look at all the bristles. I don't know if this one is oh. Huh. Doesn't seem too bad. I'm not gonna put this one on my hand though. Probably not. But yeah, pretty cool. All right, next find is this wasp species. I don't know what species this is. All right, there you go. All right, so we are back in the same spot as yesterday, and we're gonna see if we can find maybe, some snakes by the water. We're gonna go down to the creek. Yeah, hopefully we'll see some snakes and obviously other cool wildlife as well. Look at how big that diving beetle is. Let's get a better look. That beetle right there is at least like 1.5 inches long, so yeah, pretty big. Well, the first find, that was really cool. It looks like a scare beetle of sorts, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, look at the colors. That is awesome right there. Alright, we'll put this one back. Super sharp claws too on this one. There we go. Alright, let's keep going. You can see why they're called a black-headed snake. Look at that. It's like a deep brown, but yeah, very cool. But yeah, these snakes are they live underground a lot, so, and we actually found this one like while they were slithering around, so yeah, very cool. All right, when I was walking through there, I found this looks like a leaf-tailed gecko species, not a very large one. Look at that. Probably my second-ish gecko in hand. I saw a lot, but I only had my hand on two. But yeah, look at that. And you can see why they're called a leaf toad. Toads don't really look like leaves, but they're like kind of splayed out. Yeah, very cool. All right, finally saw, because we've been seeing all these butterflies around, and yeah, we managed to actually get one. So that's pretty cool. You can see the wings right there. All right, we'll put this one back on their leaf. All right, let's keep going. Next find, we have this whip spider, which I've never seen before. Check that out. Yeah. Look at that. I think this is a normal whip spider. Yeah, look at that. That is awesome. Looks like this one has had a bit of a rough life. This one is missing some parts of their limbs, but yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Good luck out there. Don't lose any more legs. Next find, took a little detour into another path, and there's a spadefoot toad. First one seen. Look at that. It's pretty cool. She has some big eyes too. But yeah, very cool. Alright, next find, we have this big moth right here. Don't worry about the scales. They do help in helping to evade predators, and they can oozing, what do you call it? Quite a few of them isn't gonna do anything. But yeah, look at that. This is a big moth. That's pretty cool. Look at those glowing eyes. Yeah, I'll put some back. But yeah, biggest moth I believe so far. I remember last time we tried to look for these in Arizona, but we have them here in northern Mexico too. So look at that! Wow. Lengthwise, he's like at least a foot long. Look at that. And that's what I call the leaf nose. Is that a big scale right there? Awesome. Well, this might be a little icky for some of you, but right here we have some dung beetles getting to work. There's a big one right there. I am not going to be touching these beetles, especially now, at least not the ones that are rolling around and all of that. But yeah, interesting. You know, they're doing what they do. But yeah, very cool. It's like this little, looks like a dried up creek bed. I mean, it looks like it could definitely produce something. I've walked things like this in the Amazon before, and I was able to find some cool creatures. So yeah, let's see if it works here too. Oh, looks like there's a camel spider one right there, and there's also a bunch of ants. But yeah, pretty cool. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that stick insect. What? Oh my gosh, that thing is enormous. No, don't go that way, don't go that way. Oh my gosh, this thing is, what? Holy. I don't know if this is this the biggest? Why? Dude, wow. I'm not kidding, this thing is at least like, what the heck, dude? Wow. How large? This is close to a foot long. This might be the biggest insect I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Wow. But yeah, we'll put this one back soon enough, but my gosh, look at the size of this thing. Look at this! A green rat snake found at the entrance to the parking lot. Look at this. So we actually tried for these in Arizona. This is a decent sized one too. Look out. Well, I think this one just turned into like an adult because of this one still has some patterning. But yeah, this is a good size green rat. Or adult for sure. This one does have a food inside their stomach, so we'll try to keep this session as brief as possible. But yeah, look at this. Look at that iridescence too. Look at this first ever green rat. That is pretty cool. Okay, right now we're gonna start night cruising after hiking some pretty cool animals and seeing lots of cool creatures. Let's see what the road gives us. Yeah, this would have been a live thorn scrub hooknose snake, but unfortunately, I don't know if I can show on YouTube actually. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, this one was squished. Dang. Yeah. Sorry, dude. Alright, next thing, let's cruise this decently large giant Mexican tree frog. Look at that. Come on. Stop running. Cool. Yeah, look at the size of this one. Huge eyes. Alright, I'll put him back. Dang, that's a nice size. That's a good size one. Small boa. Small Mexican West Coast boa. But yeah, I'll get a move on this one. We have seen a larger one, but this is still cool. So yeah, very cool. Look at that. I don't think there's any other snake in the region that's like gray like this. So yeah, pretty awesome. Okay, I just lost what I'm like 99% sure it was a coach whip in there in that little trash pile. That animal was sleeping, and I guess maybe they heard my footsteps. So as soon as I lifted up the cover, they were gone. Like I almost, I missed them. That was a big coach whip too. That snake might have been longer than I am. Well, we came across this. Damn, this is a dead West Coast rattlesnake. Oh shoot. This one's also just a juvenile. Baby. One button on the rattle. About like, I want to say a little over a foot. But yeah, oh man. That sucks. Next find is a night snake. Next one after that night snake is a praying mantis. Decently sized. Looks like this one recently molted, so we're not gonna mess with this one too much. But yeah. After seeing that dead baby basilicus, that deceased one, we have this. The fattest caterpillar I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, stuck out so well against these branches too. Yeah, pretty cool. Decently sized Sonoran desert toad. Oh, and off they go. Okay, I finally got a snake. This is a baby one, you know. And for some reason I had a hard time finding him after that. I don't know why, but anyways, yes, we have a new snake. This is likely a Mexican wire, likely a new species for all of us. But oh, come on, stop moving. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Pretty cool. These snakes, as you can see, they're very much nocturnal. You know, look at those pupils. But yeah, has a nice coloration to them. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh shoot! Sorry, dropped into the wee cutter ants. But yeah, look at that. All right, well, that was the last animal of the night. It's currently 3 a.m. So we're gonna wake up in the morning. I may or may not try to hike around, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, hopefully we find some more cool wildlife. I really need to find some more snakes and catch them. First reptile this morning. I'm guessing some dove species. Yeah. Cool. Looking for a snake though, mainly. Okay, next one we'll find, there's this leafcutter ant nest. And this right here, we have a soldier ant. These have enormous heads with big jaws. They basically patrol around, the perimeter of the nest, trying to, keep everyone else safe. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Ouch. Yeah, look how big that head is. Large jaw muscles right in that head of theirs. Yeah, I'll let this one go. There you go. Cool. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. Right now, it looks like they're excavating some dirt. Apparently there's army ants here too. I want to see those. But yeah, these leafcutter ants are pretty cool. I just have to say, I really like the habitat. Look, with the plants and everything. It's very cool. Rocks. Would you look at that? Our first look at a lizard. Not entirely sure the species. I'll check later, but yeah, pretty cool. Here's one thing I'm excited to see. There's a trap jaw ant right here. They're probably my favorite group of ants. They're so cool. Yeah, look at that. Displaying their jaws out 180 degrees. It looks like there's just one individual right here. We'll keep going, but yeah, cool. Okay, next notable find. First notable find in a minute, but yeah, we have this, I'm pretty sure this is a dung beetle. Smells like one too, but yeah, pretty cool. Nice, shiny green color. Oh, sorry. Alright, we'll put this one back. Right there, yep. Oh, flying away. They're about to. Cool, let's keep going and see anything else I can find. It's been a little slow so far. See a lot of like whiptail lizards and stuff anyway, but no snakes. Just sitting down, taking a break, enjoying the shade and the views. There's a nice breeze coming through here. Still nothing, no snakes or anything else that's super notable. We'll keep trying though, I guess. I mean, at least the view is nice, and so is walking through this ecosystem. But yeah, dang. I don't know. I guess I don't know if I've never like searched a place like this really. But yeah. Okay, well, I just spotted this toad and this burrow right here. We'll leave this one be. This is a species we've already seen. So yeah, first toad. Cool. Okay, well here's something that's kind of cool. See him? All right, I will show you. I was thinking this looked a little out of place. My phone would focus, but this right here is a decently sized stick insect. Look at that. Oh, and they're missing an arm. That sucks. But yeah. Yeah, I was thinking this. I was like, huh. That looks a little out of place on that plant. Because this is not part of the plant. There you go. Okay, I'll take that. That's kind of cool. Oh, big stick insect. Oh, don't fall. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, look how well that matches a stick. That's incredible. Alright, we'll put this stick insect back to where I found him. Oh, don't fall. Yeah, cool. Look at these two having raw, unprotected baby making. I will say this caterpillar looks pretty cool. Look at those structures near the head. They look like eye stalks. Look at that view right there. You see all the mountains. Yeah. Look at this. You have another very busy couple. I will give the two of you your privacy, but anyways, yeah, no, I keep seeing a bunch of large whiptail lizards. Maybe I'll take a video of one next time, but because you know they're so common, and I was really gonna yeah, no, but you know they're common and whatnot. Like it's still hard to get a up close look at them because they are very skittish and they keep moving away. So, but yeah, it's been kind of slowish, at least in terms of like snakes, which I've seen none so far. So, all right, but yeah, we'll keep going. That right there in the middle of the screen, that's the whiptail lizard right there. Yep. Tricks, I got all these butterflies right here. I'm not entirely sure of the species, so I'll have to look that up later, but it's pretty cool. All right, we're on the I think the last evening hike that we'll have a chance to do, and came across this sign right here. Good sign. Okay, so I was walking along this trail. Check this out. We have a coral snake. Oh my gosh. Dude. What? Well, dang it. I accidentally lost a coral snake. It's just so tricky to deal with a snake, because like, dang, one, they can actually kind of move quickly. And two, yeah, I was just trying to trick you to hold on to the body, but I mean, at least I made some videos off of so at least I have proof. But yeah, I guess we'll just keep going. But God, it's all right. It's all right. Quick release, I guess, you know, less stressful for the snake. That's my first ever coral snake. I guess I didn't really know how to deal with them, especially with them like potentially escaping. But like I said, you know, all good. Quick catch, videos, quick release. Got this moth right here. It's pretty cool. Pretty big one. All right. Yeah, but as you can see, it is starting to rain a lot, so we're going to have to get on the road. The road. So yeah, I will see all of y'all there. All right, first snake cruised. We have another wire snake right here. Oh, don't bite me. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Another, oh, this one's a little bit larger than the last one. But yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, let's keep going. Fine, pretty big centipede, but he's already off the road, so we're gonna keep going. Yeah, we have a juvenile boa. Ouch. Boa sigma. But yeah, look at that. That's awesome. Look at the iridescence. That's pretty cool. Nice colors. It's cool how these boas, like when they're young, they look exactly like the adults, you know? I do think there's some proportion in body change, in proportion changes, but yeah, very cool. All right, Boa sigma going back. Okay, so we saw this very easily while we were going down the road. Look at the size of this Sonoran desert toad. This thing is huge. Probably a foot tall with their legs stretched out. Look at that. These are poisonous, but as long as you don't put the poison in your mouth, you're gonna be fine. But yeah. What? Oh my gosh. He is fat. Just for a quick size comparison. Next to my foot. Alright. Setting this toad back on their way. There you go. Alright, well, we decided we're gonna do a bit of night hiking, you know, see what we find. Okay, first catch of this hike, this juvenile spine-tailed iguana. Just found on this plant right here. I'm gonna put this one back. Okay, next find, when I was walking along this wall right here, we have this gecko. I believe this is in the Phylodactys genus. Yeah, gecko-wise, probably the largest gecko seen so far. Calm down, but yeah, look at that. It's pretty cool. You can tell by the size, look at that. Oh. All right, let's keep going. See ya. The Phylodactys geckos should get way larger than the ones I see back in California. Look at that. Cool. dragonfly right here. Ooh, come on, focus. Yeah, I kept seeing these during the day, so that's cool. You get a close-up look right now. We'll leave that one be. But yeah, pretty cool. Okay, next cool find, we have this this tiger beetle right here. Look at the colors on this. Yeah, camera does not show the colors correctly, but that's pretty cool. Alright, I'll put some back down. Yep, there they go. Okay, check this out. We had this water bug right here. Some sort of aquatic hemipteran. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Put it back. Check this out. Next find. It is a decently sized praying mantis. This one's a little large. Is this a native species? I hope this is. Yeah, I'll put this one back. This one is I'll show you. Trying to maneuver my flashlight around. Yeah, this one was just resting right here. But just yep. Let them grab onto that. Put it back. I hope you're a native species. Sometimes checking the wings is a good way to do so. This right here is just a normal web snake, and this snake is pretty big. Yeah, I'll go into I'll put the phone down so y'all can have a sense of scale. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, very neat creature. This could be the longest snake of the trip. I don't know how long down to the inch, but I would say almost 5 foot. But yeah. Sorry I couldn't really record that tide pool session, but well, we're in the store now. We finished, and yeah, we're about to end off the trip pretty soon.